Hey everybody, RAPTall back with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This time my opponent is against Team Nubagator, who is another Wi-Fi battler, and this is a great match, a lot of fun. Don't let the recorder fool you. This is actually a very long battle because I spent a lot of time thinking of moves to choose between rounds and all of that. So this is a very intense battle, very fun, and I think very close and nail-biting all the way to the end. So hope you enjoy, and here you go. So here at the start of the battle, we had both had seen each other's videos, so I thought, okay, we both know each other's teams a bit, right? Wrong. Apparently, he has a new team, so I didn't know what the heck to expect out of this thing. Saw a Nuxie, figured it couldn't hurt me, so I just go for my Stealth Rocks, but it's a Choice Trick Scarf. Yeah, Choice Scarf Trick. So he goes for the Giannis, I switch out inevitably, and like, well, I don't want Gengar to go to sleep, so I go over to Scizor. Luckily, he switches out too, he goes into a Metagross, and I was thinking of attacking, but I actually switched back out to Gliscor just to see kind of what he does, and I could U-turn out to something that might be a little better. I go to Gengar thinking, I don't really know how I'm going to kill this thing, so I'm probably just going to try and Destiny Bond him. And that way, I lose my Gengar early, but that way he'll lose his cannon too. Now he goes for the agility. I'm like, oh crap, it's an Agiligross. He can kind of stall me out of Destiny Bonds. But he actually goes for the Thunder Punch after that. Maybe he didn't know that Destiny Bond is in effect until I choose another, or I go again. But whatever. It's kind of good for me. Now it's 5-5, kind of back to where we started. I go out to my Togekiss, and he finally puts up his Stealth Rocks. And I believe I go for the T-Wave here. Like, okay, I need to status his team. I need to do something because I don't know what to expect. I just need to do everything I can. But he yawns me, and I don't want Togekiss to go to sleep either. Go back out to my Gliscor, but he U-turns, and that's actually what I was originally going to do to him. Oh well. It goes out into his rectangle here, and I believe I don't U-turn, because I'm thinking he might be faster than me. And, even if he wasn't, he Hydro Pumps, so I wouldn't want him to die to a Hydro Pump. Go out to my Togekiss, and does little over half with Stealth Rock, so I'm pretty sure I can live a second one. I go for the T-Wave. I know this thing has Natural Cure, but I do it more to get the switch out more than keeping him from doing damage to me. And so here we go for the Air Slash. The thing's already paralyzed, and it almost dies to a crit. So I'm assuming I'll just leave it for fodder. I can kill it with another Air Slash. Togekiss is kind of useless at this point without able to recover his HP. So I kind of just leave him in for fodder. I was thinking you might go for the Thunderbolt, maybe for the Ice Beam. I didn't want to switch to Gliscor in case he went for the Ice Beam, so I just let him die. But now I'm thinking, I don't know why, but I think this guy is Choice. Probably Choice Scarfed, maybe Spexed, so he can't switch moves. So I go into the Gliscor, and I Earthquake on the switch, but he has a Flygon. Now, I feel like Flygon is one of the Pokemon that I really hate with my team. It's just, if I lose both my Togekiss or my Gengar, which I already lost both of, it can kind of kick my ass if I'm not careful. Goes out to a Breloom, and this is another annoying Pokemon which can, it can do so many things. Spore, Sub, Punch. Puts my Umbreon to sleep. I'm like, okay, I can let that go to sleep, and I'll just deal with it. I know he's gonna Sub, but there's not a whole lot I can do. I go out to Gliscor, and I Earthquake. I know it's not very effective, but at this point, it was more like I just want to get rid of that Sub, and I'll go from there. Doesn't kill it on the first one. I'm like, great, well, it has to have done at least half of the Sub's damage. So I go for a second Earthquake, hoping that he doesn't go for the substitute on this kill. And luckily for me, he didn't. He just goes for the kill with the Seed Bomb, which is so good for me because I'm just able to get a free switch in, go to my Starmie, scare it out with an Ice Beam. Sadly, he goes to his Starmie, which I should have predicted, but I didn't. And knowing this thing is probably faster than me, I was going to switch out. But, I got the Freeze Hacks, and I actually called it during the battle. I'm like, the Starmie switched in. I think I'm going to get the Freeze Hacks this turn. It'll save my butt. And it did. I was so happy. I don't know why I switched to Surf, because I expected him to switch, but I thought it would do more damage if the Starmie stayed in. Sucks, but now this thing is still alive. In some ways, it's almost a good thing, though, that he's alive, because I switch out to my Scissor, and he can survive 2 outrages, which means I can have 1 turn to set up a Swords Dance on the switch in. He gets the second turn confusion, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch and take this thing out. Now, 1 Swords Dance Scissor is pretty darn strong. Goes out to a Dugtrio. I'm thinking this guy is probably going to Sucker Punch, and he does. So I go for the Swords Dance instead of attacking move, which saves my butt. And that second Bullet Punch, I actually took a couple minutes to decide what to do, because I wasn't sure if he was going to Sucker Punch again or go for an attacking move, expecting me to Swords Dance again. And from here, I know I can kill his Starmie with the Bullet Punch. And all he has left at this point now is his Breloom, which should die to a Bullet Punch, especially a 2 Swords Dance Bullet Punch. This is an amazing match. Congrats. Good job, Team Nubagator. I really thought you had me there a couple times. But, yeah. Besides that, thanks again for watching. Comment, sub, subscribe, as always. And go sub Team Nubagator too. He's a great battler. I think that both of us are going to continue doing well, and see you later.